that there was something not quite right, because she'd dropped the grandchild off and not come back for 3 weeks at a time. At one time she dropped off with one shoe on her foot and ran from the door. And then I get a phone call one day saying, could I pick up my grandchild from the police station? So I went to the police station. My daughter had been arrested and I didn't know what for at the time. They went to the court the next day and they went remanded into custody, and all I knew was they was taking my daughter to prison. There are families that become hardened to it, they get used to the system, they know exactly the steps that the court system takes. I didn't know. I thought she's gone to prison. When are they going to tell me when she's coming out? I didn't understand that she had to be sentenced and all that, and it takes a process. And first of all, I sat in the court and I was just like totally confused. What do I do? So then I came out of the court and the court building was practically empty. It was the end of the day. And I just sat on this bench and sobbed my heart out. And I didn't know what to do, where she'd been taken or anything. And one of the guards came up to me, and security guards, and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "They've taken my daughter, they've taken her to prison. I don't know where they've taken her." So, "She'll be in Holloway, love. If you phone this number, you'll be able to book a visit to go and see her." The first visit I went up to see her, there was protesters outside because this woman's daughter had died in the prison. And she's protesting outside about the number of deaths in women's prisons. Straight away, that's it, my daughter's going to die in here. You just imagine the worst. And it was just pure worry throughout. I sat and I watched the window by my front door and just waited for her to come through the door, and she didn't. I was phoning Samaritans, I was phoning all sorts of people. Who do I turn to? I mean, it was only in the court that day that I found out that my daughter was actually a crack user. I got a double smack in the face that day. She's gone to prison and she's a drug addict, and I've got to take on the grandchild. And you feel, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? You know, I wouldn't go to bed at night because my daughter was in a cell, and I imagined her sitting in this cell with rats and whatever else, and the worst possible scenario was going through my head. And I used to feel guilty for going to bed. But then I started to realise this can happen to anyone. This could happen to you. This could happen to your granddaughter or your daughter or your son. Your whole world collapses when something happens to your child, and you can't save them.